Turn your palms up to face the ceiling and then slide your hands towards your hips. And take a moment to drop into this body, into this breath, into this moment. Every breath, an opportunity to exhale out any of the chatter, worries, to-do lists. All the important stuff is there later. Right now, we want to keep ourselves mentally here, right, with our bodies. And start to notice what parts of your body are moving because of your breath. Feel what expands. Feel what contracts. What rises, what falls. And know that this is your best tool to practice presence. Your breath, it's always there. And it just takes a minute or two of consciously focusing on it to bring us into the present moment. So keep that little tool in your toolkit for when life gets distracting, busy, you feel anxious. You can always just sit quietly somewhere and notice your breath. And let's move to a little 3-part breath. So imagine your lungs. They do have many different lobes, one side more than the other to accommodate our heart. But we're going to use our imagination and not think about the lobes, but instead think about the whole lung as being divided into 3 parts. Think about a lower part, a middle part, and an upper part. On our inhale, as our hands rise up towards our collarbones, our breath fills from the bottom to the middle, and then finally up to the top of the lungs, then palms down and press that breath out from the top through the middle, and finally out the bottom, drawing your navel in towards your spine. And we'll just stay with that simple arm movements and full breaths, inhaling from the bottom to the top, exhaling out the top, the middle, and finally out the bottom, pulling our belly in at the end. Just stay with that. Two more full breaths. And then just sit with your eyes closed, your hands back on your lap. And take note of any little shifts that may have happened, maybe in your focus, in your mood, in your energy. And then let's slowly open our eyes. We're going to move to our head first. Let's do some little circles. And go the other direction. Not overdoing it. Remember, these are very tiny little vertebrae in your cervical spine. So you don't have to have some big sensation here. And then let's drop our chin to our chest, stretching out the back of the neck, maybe taking your dominant hand and giving the back of your head a little extra weight. Then release your head if you had it. Turn your chin towards the ceiling and close your mouth. Bring your head back to center. Tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder. Optional, right hand reaches around to the side of your head and gives a little downward pressure. And then the other option is to extend your left arm out in a diagonal, reaching through your left fingertips. And then externally rotate your left shoulder. Release your head, release your arm down, and do a little bobblehead at center. And switch sides. Left ear, left shoulder, drop your shoulders down. Head turns just directly to the left. Optional, left hand comes around, gently guides your ear towards your shoulder. Other option is right arm reaches out in the diagonal and you really get active through your right hand fingertips. And then externally rotate your right shoulder. And sometimes the tiniest little bit of adjustment of like the height of your arm or maybe the degree of tilt in your neck can do a lot. Release, bring everything back to center and let your head bobble side to side. All right, let's take our neck into a little traction. So, heel of your hand goes right onto that occipital ridge back there. Draw your elbows in. So you're really locking the heel of your hand around that bony part of your skull. Then sink down into your sits bones and draw straight up with the heels of your hands. And imagine hanging upside down in one of those inversion tables. Deep breaths. I forget we have one of those. We have one in our basement, and I never use it. Probably because it's in our basement. Okay, release. It's like it's not a welcoming place that you really want to go. You're like, let's go down in the gross basement and hang upside down with all the spiders. Yeah. Okay, arms by your side. Let's inhale, reach your arms up. So just one breath, one movement. Inhale up, exhale slowly down. Inhale up, and this time, exhale. Keep those sits bones grounded on your chair. Turn to your right. Open arm twist to your right. And breathe. There you go. Yeah, arms out in a T. And then think about pushing the backs of your hands back out of your peripheral vision. Yeah. It's not going to happen, but we can pretend. Inhale back to center. Okay, so as you turn, none of this business, right? There, it's going to stay there. Just your rib cage turns to the left. Breathe. Inhale through center, and then exhale down. Let's do a little cat and cow. I know, I'm sore. Inhale, hands come toward your hips. Chest lifts, and then exhale, draw your belly in, drop your chin, round your spine. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale, round. Couple more. Last one. Good, center. Let's walk our knees over to the right. And take a little assisted twist. So use your chair back. Use the sides of it, one hand on each side. Good, find those sits bones again and anchor them down into the chair. And think about where those sits bones are. Is one pulling more forward than the other? If so, can you make your pelvis symmetrical and in line with your knees? Maintain that, grow tall through your spine, reach through the crown of your head, and then on your exhale, turn your ribs towards the chair back. Good, take 5 breaths here. Every inhale, you get a little taller. Every exhale, you draw your right shoulder blade in towards your spine more, twisting your thoracic spine. Your head, if it doesn't bother your neck, can look past your right shoulder. If it does bother your neck, just keep your head at neutral. One more breath here. And then you're going to keep your left hand in contact with the chair. Bring your right arm up by your ear. Now lean away from your chair with your right arm. Breathe into your right side waist. Fill up your right lung. Empty it out. Keep your right sits bone down on the chair. One more breath. Inhale through center, and then let's walk our way around to our left side. Good, so find stable sits bones, tall spine. Find the sides of your chair with your hands. Press down into both sits bones evenly and draw your energy up your spine all the way through the crown of your head. Then on your exhale, slowly turn your ribs towards the back of the chair. This time it's your left shoulder blade drawing in towards your spine, helping to rotate the part of your spine that your rib cage is attached to, your thoracic. Deep breaths here. Every inhale, you get taller. Every exhale, you draw that left shoulder blade in towards your spine more. Good. Keep your right hand on the chair. Bring your left arm up by your ear. Keep your left sits bone grounded on the chair as you lean away from the chair. 3 big breaths, filling and emptying your left lung in particular. Good, slowly come on out. And let's walk ourselves back to the front of our chair. All right, let's take your right ankle on your left leg. Point and dorsiflex. Point and dorsiflex. Good. Sit up tall, proud chest. Nice. I got to take a picture of Patty's little setup here. It's so cute and perfect. Look at her. Look at her. What are we going to do without Patty in class? I don't know if I can do this. I don't know about that. I'm visiting you. I'm going to come teach. I know. Well, before that, Colorado Fitness. Before that, Roanne's place. The old Rocky. Yeah, the old, oh my gosh. So many places. Well, I'm going to come visit you, and I'm going to teach a chair yoga class where they'll have a visiting instructor. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, keep the dorsiflexion. Sit up tall. Maybe we'll have a field trip. We could do a field trip.
Get a bus.
Yeah, party bus. All right, come on forward. Deep breath. So try to bring your chest more forward. Instead of rounding and your heart pointing towards your shin, shine your heart forward. Breathe. How's that new hip feeling? Tight, yeah, good. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. All right, leg over leg, knee over knee. Okay, bring your left arm up. Right hand can be attached to your chair if you want. And then exhale, elbow comes around and pushes into the legs. Now, when the elbow makes contact with your thigh, I want you to really squeeze your legs together so that your knees don't fall over to the side, okay? Make a fist with your left hand, and then make a flat palm on that fist with your right hand. Yeah, and then use those 2 points to push into each other and rotate your rib cage more across your thigh. Take 3 deep breaths. Good, slowly come on out. And let's extend our right leg straight. Good, you may have to scooch back a little bit. Hinge forward, you can be on your thigh. You can grab your toes. You can go all the way down. And breathe. Slowly come on up. All right, let's switch. Left ankle on top. Sit on those sits bones. Point. And door. Is this the side, Kent? They're both a little miserable, yeah. Yeah. Carol, you look amazing. I mean, I want to go where you went.
Yeah, pretty amazing. We all do.
Right?
No. Hey, there's like 6 seat sleeping cabin.
I want more information.
Well, it's it's owned by my son-in-law's family.
Oh, even better. Oh my gosh. Okay, maintain that dorsiflexed ankle. Bring your heart forward. Yeah. Say a little prayer for you forever and ever. I don't know why that song came to mind. Just did. Just jumped right into my brain. Good. Slowly come on up, knee over knee. All right, so adduct. Squeeze everything in first. Left hand behind you, right arm up. Get tall before you twist. It's always a good idea, right? Lengthen your spine first, and then make sure you're turning in that thoracic spine, your rib cage. Then the right elbow comes around, right hand makes a fist, left flat palm pushes into that fist as you twist. Squeeze your thighs together more. Breathe. Every exhale, a little more rotation of your ribs, not your pelvis. It's not turning around on your seat at all. Good. Slowly untwist. Nice. Okay, we're going to turn to the right, so you may have to do a little chair moving. So we're going to come into a lunge on your chair. So crescent lunge on your chair. So your right thigh is still on your chair, but your left leg is either extended back behind you or it may have to go out to the side a little bit, depending on hip flexors and quadriceps. Yeah. So, but when you first get here, just do a little pulse with your knee. So your knee bends a little bit and then it straightens. Bends and straightens. Yeah. Good. How tight are those hip flexors? Yeah. Pretty tight, huh? All right, so extend that back leg as much as you can. If it doesn't straighten all the way, that's okay, but it's a good goal, right? And then let's extend our left arm up, and you probably will feel a little extra at the front of your left hip. Yeah. Now you can bend your left elbow and grab the back of your head. Lift your chest and let your head go heavy in your hand. Take 3 breaths here. So this is adding that more subtle layer of your system, which is that fascia. Literally connecting. It winds its way through joints, around muscle, through muscle. It is literally a chain connecting every little part of our body. Good, last breath. And then slowly release your arm. And we're gonna take another little twist. We kind of are doing a lot of twists today. Okay, so you're gonna drink lots of water today. So keep your back leg as extended as you can. And we're gonna turn towards the back of our chair, maybe grabbing with the other hand, maybe not. I don't want this to be in your lower back. So if you're feeling this in your lower back, come out, secure your pelvis in one position, and then turn your ribs rather than your pelvis. Nice. Breathing here. Good. Slowly come out. Bend your left knee. Bring it forward. Woo. Do a little run. Get that blood down there to the left foot. Yeah. All right. Let's turn around. So you can again do a little chair adjustment if you want. Now, if your foot's not even on the mat back there, it really doesn't matter. You don't have to move your chair. It's just that if you're in crescent and your back foot touches the mat, it's kind of nice to have it there. Okay, so let's start with that bend and extend of your back leg. And let's see what's going on this side. Bend and extend. So Patty, I want a block under.
Oh, the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're reaching. And then,
that.
yeah, and then let's slide your whole body back that way so that the chair is like right here under your knee.
Okay.
Yeah. That'll free you up. If your knee, and Arlene, yours too, if your knee is way up here, it's hindering this back leg. So slide it so that the back of your knee is touching the chair seat. Yeah, Narcissa, you too. Good. Because we don't need any extra challenge in this one. Good. And then slowly extend and hold the extension. Breathe. Find that balance between relying on the chair, but also lifting up off of the chair. Even if it's just a little bit more height in your spine. Bring your right arm up. Bend your right elbow. Catch the back of your head. Lift your chest. And let your head be heavy in your hand. So you're holding your head up. Deep breaths. Good. Slowly release. reach back for your chair, get tall through your spine first, and then on your exhale, pull your ribs towards the chair back. Deep breaths here. Good, slowly untwist, bend your right knee, sweep it around, go for a run. Good, and then let's come on up and grab your chair. Turn it around towards you. So everybody grab one block. I should have said that. Go ahead and grab one block. All right, we're gonna hold the block right here at your chest first. Feet hip-width distance or maybe a little wider. Draw your low ribs in and then push the heels of your hands into the block. Yeah, let your fingers be free. Let the heel of your hand, this part of your hand, push into that block a lot. Breathe. And then serve it like you're gonna offer somebody a nice little tray of something and then bring it back in. Yep. Offer it out, snap, and bring it in. Good, press and bring it in. One more time, press out, and then this time, turn, so one hand is up, turn, so the other hand is up. Ooh, squeeze. Yeah, don't hyperextend your elbows. Keep a little mini bend in your elbow. Good, back to center, and this is gonna be the hardest one, is to extend up and squeeze the block and straighten your arms. Squeeze the block, straighten your arms. Oof, keep breathing. Drop your shoulders away from your ears a little. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good, and then last here, we're going to let our block go behind our head and press it up. Behind our head and press up. One more time. And release down. Yeah. So if you have a block, especially these cork ones, because they weigh something, it's a great little series to, not just for strength, but also this one is a big one, right? We've talked about this. As we get older, it gets harder and harder to do this with your elbows straight. So guess what? You have to do it more. You have to try more, okay? We do stuff with the bands. Those are great too, or the straps up and over, but this is a good, little more challenge. Okay, let's take a forward fold. So stand at your chair, feet hip-width distance, all 10 toes pointing forward. And on your exhale, let's forward fold over onto the chair. And I want you to feel your hips come over your heels, or in fact, over your ankles. So you're really getting some of that weight forward instead of back in your heels. And then bend one knee at a time. Let your pelvis tip side to side here. Good, then bring your legs back to a straightened position. Walk on up onto your fingertips, extend your spine long, halfway lift. Then grab the sides of your chair And let's walk back. Chest stays over your chair, right between your thumbs. Walk back to plank and hold and breathe. 3 deep breaths. And then come up, hips come up, press back, soft knees. Let's take a little downward facing dog on the chair. Deep breaths. Oh yeah, let your heart melt down. Maybe a little pulse, right? Maybe a little pulse into those rhomboids, those muscles that live right underneath your scapula. Think about those muscles softening a little bit with every breath you take. Let your head hang between your arms. Yeah. Then straighten your legs if they aren't already. Good. And then pull back a little bit into your heels. So before we were forward on our feet, now pull back into your heels. Really stretch out your back body. Look forward at your chair. Take one little step forward and then take a big step forward with your right foot. Good. Squeeze your thighs together. So when you squeeze your thighs together in adduct, I want you to think about you locking your pelvis in place when that happens, okay? So pelvis is in place. We're going to bring our right hand to our right hip. Not the pelvis, but the rib cage, the shoulder, the heart, turn to your right. Good. Remember, you've locked your pelvis in place. It hasn't turned with your upper and middle back. Good. You can stay right here, or you can extend your right arm overhead. So your right arm ends up stacked on top of your left. Good. Breathe. Beautiful. Kent, that looks picture perfect. Nice. Good. Try to straighten your front leg a little more. There we go. Last breath in this revolved pyramid. And then bring your right hand down. All right. Step your right foot back just a tiny bit so that we can shift our weight forward and shoot our left leg back for a grounded warrior 3. Virabhadrasana C. Left heel pushes back. Crown of your head reaches forward in opposition to your left heel. Good. Then drop your left foot down. Bend your knees and imagine another chair is behind you and you're going to sit back into it. Knees are bent, weight goes back. And then this is kind of fun with the chair. You can walk your hands forward and stretch out your back more. You can let your head hang between your arms as long as you're not going to fall backwards. And breathe. Good. Come on up. Straighten your legs. Take a big breath in. Come up onto your fingertips. Look forward. Exhale and fold. Standing forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's do that one more time. Halfway. Get long through your spine. And then exhale, round, fold. Good. Then hands to the sides of your chair. We're going to step back into that plank. Heart stays over your thumbs. Pause. Deep breaths. Long body. And then pull your hips up and back. Feet go flat. Knees soft at first. Let everything hang. And breathe into your back. Feel the back of your rib cage expand and contract. And then you can try straightening your legs and starting to pull the weight back into your heels as you resist that pull by reaching forward through your hands. One more deep breath. Good. Look forward and take one little step forward and then take a big step forward with your left foot. All right, thighs squeeze in. Imagine you have a piece of paper between your thighs and you're trying to hold it there on a windy day. Okay, pelvis stays stationary, left hand, left hip. Rotate your ribs to the left. You can stay here or stack your left arm over your right and breathe. Bring your left hand down. Step your left foot back just a little bit so that we can come into that grounded warrior three. Right leg reaches back, crown of your head reaches forward. Push your right heel and your head away from each other. Toes of your right foot point down because our right hip is just neutral. And then exhale, bring your right foot down, hip width distance apart for your feet. Bend your knees as if you're going to sit back in a chair behind you. Reach your hands forward, stretching out your back. Look forward at your chair. Bring your hands to your chair. Now, we're all going to step our feet off of the mat. All 10 toes point forward still. Good. Legs are going to stay straight for this one. So we have that, remember that scooping of the sand? Does that work for everybody? I love that visual. Somebody said that in the beach yoga class I took in Florida last time I was there, and I was like, I love that visual. So if you think about, with your right arm up, there's a big pile of sand on your right side. And you're going to slowly, because it takes some effort, scoop that pile of sand under your left arm. Inhale, reach up. Now, remember, I'm obsessed with the pelvis stability. So as you bring your arm around, don't let your pelvis tilt with your ribs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, scoop that heavy pile of sand under your left arm. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, big scoop, push your breath out, reach under. Good. And then bring your right hand down to the chair. Let's switch sides. Pelvis stays neutral, left arm up. On the exhale, scoop under your right arm. Nice, keep going, just with your own breath. Good, these look good. Think about your rib cage movement. Nice. Last one, scoop it under. Inhale up. Good. Then from here, pick up your toes and turn your toes out a little bit. Good. Bend your knees. Walk your fingers back to the edge of the chair seat. Come into Malasana. So sits bones down. Try to pick your chest up and tuck your tailbone under you a little bit. Yeah. Good. So Carol, take your feet wider. The taller you are, the more space we got to take up. Yes. Good. Can you pick your hands up off the chair? Can you bring your fingers in line with your eyes? Not like stick them up, but like hands facing your eyes. Yeah. There you go. Deep breaths. Pick that pelvic floor up. Even though everything's down and heavy and grounded, can you energetically pull up from the inside? Good, and then release. Arlene's like, mercy, mercy on the legs. Toe heel, bring your feet back under you. Let's go to that halfway lift, look forward. Wow. Exhale, fold. Stand. That's like I was teaching restorative on Sunday, and I forget what word I was trying to say, but it was not coming out. It literally refused. Halfway, get long. Exhale and fold. Halfway, get long, hold the extension, hands to your hips, push into your heels, and slowly, slowly rise up to stand. Yes. Inhale, let's take our arms up, interlace all but our index fingers. Charlie's Angels Mudra. Yes. And now, try to straighten your elbows and think about your triceps right here, okay? Wrapping in towards your cheeks. Okay, so they may be out here, think wrap them in. Yeah, good. And then get tall, but also ground through your feet. Breathe. Nice. So for those of you that are finding extending your arms straight overhead is getting difficult, this may be easier. Having this little bind with your hands actually helps. Yeah, good. Notice the positioning of your pelvis and of your spine. Are you either arching and pushing your pelvis back, or some of you are doing the opposite and you're kind of pushing your pelvis forward? Find plumb, find center. Yeah. And then a little lean. Kick your hips slightly to the left as you lean to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, a little kick of your hips to the right as you lean to the left. Inhale, center. And then let's take our hands back to the base of our skull. Push into our feet, lift up, and let your head go heavy in your hands. Good. Slowly come back to center. Release all the way down. I am sweating to death. And there's no way to, if I open any of that, it just blows in hot. Yeah. At, not even 10 o'clock in the morning, which really is not very fair. Okay. Let's use our chair for some seated straddles. So if you have a blanket and you want to put it under your bum, you're welcome to. But we're going to face our chair seat like this. Yep. And maybe not so close. I'm a little too close. Give yourself some space so you have some room to grow. So you're in I'll say a comfortable straddle. So yes, there can be some stretch, but I don't want it your max, okay? Not your max. And then you're going to use this chair to pull your chest towards it. Okay, so notice that as I come forward, my spine is staying extended. I'm not doing this. Okay, so it's really about your pelvis again and your sits bones. So you're right on top of them, and you're just going to pull, using that chair to pull yourself forward. Now, you may be able to reach back and grab the back of the seat. Deep breaths. Good. So activate your feet a little bit. Push your heels out, draw your toes in. Good. Walk yourself back up to a seat. Now, these aren't very heavy, so I think we can do this. Can everybody put their chair on your right side, over your right leg? Kent and Patty, you're not going to need this. You don't. Okay. So what we're doing here is we're going to lean to the right, and you're going to get your right arm on that chair. But you're not going to lift your left sits bone off of the mat. So your left sits bone stays down and you're leaning to your right. You can maybe find your chair, some part of it, to stretch your left arm up and over. Maybe you're just reaching towards it. And you're breathing. Free your left arm and pick yourself back up. Take your chair over to your left leg. Same thing on this side. Lean over your left leg. Get some of your left arm, maybe all the way up to your armpit on the chair. Right sits bone stays glued to the blanket or the mat. Pick your right arm up and reach towards your chair. Deep breaths. Good. Slowly come back up. All right, next one, we can bring our chair back to the front. And we're going to take our legs through so the chair is in front of you. Your feet are hip width distance apart. And then your chair can go with you. So maybe you need to reach it a little further away for your seated forward fold. Maybe you need it a little closer for some support, but you're leaning forward. Think about your sits bones this time as moving away from each other, moving onto the sides of your body. Nice.
I used to say, spread
Yep.
your tail feathers.
Spread your tail feathers. I like that one. Let's do it. Spread your tail feathers. Nice. Good. Deep breaths. Just a couple more. Stretching out not just your hamstrings, but also those extensor muscles on your back body. Good. Walk yourself back up. All right, so slide your legs through so that your widest part of your foot, probably, maybe not, depends on the size of your feet, is on this side of this little chair piece. I don't know what to call it. The horizontal back bar, the crossbar. Thank you, everyone. And then get up on your sits bones. Keep your left hand on the chair. Okay, right arm's going to sweep up, around, and over to your right. Ooh, stay on those sits bones. Bring your right arm up and over and back to your chair seat. And so let's just do that, alternating to your left arm, around, and to your right arm, around. Good. Back to center. Nice. One more each side. Last one, up and over. Good. All right, take that chair, slide it away, get your feet out from under it. All right, let's take the right leg out to the right, left foot in towards your body. And if you're back here on your sits bones, get onto them. Okay, left hand goes behind you and you're gonna stay on your fingertips of your left hand. So you're not leaning into your left arm. In fact, you're pushing off with your left arm. Yeah. Then your right hand can come to that left knee. And on your exhale, you're gonna rotate your ribs to the left. Maybe looking over your left shoulder. Deep breaths. Good. Keep your right hand there. Extend your left arm up. Keep your left sits bone down on the mat and take a little lean towards your straight right leg. Inhale, reach up and untwist. Good. Walk it forward a little. Walk your fingers forward, lift your chest. Yeah, and breathe. Even if that forward is just something we're imagining. Good, come on back up. So be careful, whenever your knee is like this, be mindful of bringing it out of this position. So manually take a hold of your left knee and help it out of that position. Switch your legs, left leg is straight, right heel toward your body. Different story. All right, sit on your sits bones. Right hand fingertips behind you, pushing off of that arm, not leaning into it, but rather pushing the ground away. Yeah, then left hand to your right thigh. So Renata, the other direction, lean towards that leg. Yeah, there you go. And then lift up a little, and then rotate your ribs and maybe your head. Good. If there's no weight in your left glutes, I want you to push some weight into your left sits bone. And breathe. Good. Keep your left hand on your left hand on your right leg, but bring your right arm up by your ear, and then lean towards that left leg. Good. Slowly come up. Keep your legs as they are. Untwist yourself. And then you can walk forward a little bit. Deep breaths. Think about lengthening your spine. Lengthen your spine. So if you can't go forward at all and can't get your fingers on the floor, try this. Bend your left knee. And now see if you can find the ground in front of you. And then you can kind of Spider-Man grip with your fingers. The fingers are pretty cool. Like you can like kind of suction to the ground and use that to pull your chest forward. Nice. Last breath here. Slowly come on up. Manually help that right knee out of this position. And then we'll bring our legs forward and come on down onto our backs. Always optional to have your legs on your chair if you want for Shavasana. Or there's other options. You can also take your feet really wide and let your knees fall in. You can have your legs straight out. Where,
Leah, after class, can I take a photo of everybody in class?
yeah,
Just really quickly.
yeah, you betcha. Do you want us in these positions, or are we all getting together?
No, I just, I'll stand.
Oh, okay, okay, sounds good. All right. All right, no more effort, no more doing. You can imagine this as being your kind of wax seal at the back of an envelope, sealing in your practice. Still keeping your mind right here, in this breath, in this body, in this moment. And bring your attention back to your breath. Feel all the parts of you that move because of your breath. Your rise, your fall, your expansion, your contraction. And place a hand near your heart and a hand near your stomach. And take a moment of gratitude for this breath in your body, for this heartbeat under your hand, for this amazing group of women around you. When we have gratitude in our heart, there's no room for anger or worry. So lead with a heart of gratitude. Slowly begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Gently roll to your right side and pause there. Use your hands to push yourself up to a comfortable seat, which may be up on the chair. And pressing your palms together, your thumb into your sternum into your thumb. May your practice, maybe your efforts, may your energy, may your dedication move off these mats and into your life. Take some of this with you. Weave it into your day. Have a wonderful one. Namaste.
No.